Hi, my name is Angela Taylor, and this is Taylor Homestead Soap. So I wanted to explain to you guys why there was no YouTube video up last week. I live in a suburb of Charlotte, North Carolina, and we had they estimated 4 to 6 tornadoes run through our neighborhood last weekend. You went down certain roads, and it looked like a weed whacker had been taken to the tops of trees. I mean, huge trees. Just the tops had been ripped off of them. It went down right down Highway 51. I live right off of that. And we had a tornado go through our backyard. There's no other way to describe it. We have huge pine trees, probably 5 or 6, that came down. So this, my friends, is 4 trees that have fallen, uprooted, whatever, and fallen onto this great big metal structure and crushed it. That used to be the dog yard. That is no longer the dog yard. And see the uproot there? Oh, let us get a little closer. Oh, yes, here we go. So we got 1, 2 trees down. Oh, it gets better. 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe? Yep, there's my metal structure that's down. Yeah, we were without electricity for almost 3 days. We have a huge basement, and we had 3 to 4 inches of water down in it. We were without electricity for 2.5 days. So the lights went out on Thursday of last week and did not come back on Saturday. The temperatures plummeted to 35 degrees with no electricity. So like it was fairly serious last week. So that's the reason I didn't get a YouTube video up. There should be a wooden fence standing over there. See, that's the beginning of the wooden fence. You can see it laying there. But all of this should have a fence. Looks like a walkway, doesn't it? The entire part of the fence came down. All gone. Now, luckily, there's the house, and that tree could have fallen on it, but it didn't. But that's why, this is the reason I didn't make a YouTube video last week and put it up. We were kind of in the middle of no electricity and tornadoes ripping through Matthews. So look at that. Yeah. I went to the doctor's office yesterday, and there was a tree across a car. The car, of course, had no back windshield anymore, and the tires are blown out on it, but yeah, I have to make a joke because it's either laugh or cry, right? We've had insurance adjusters come out now and look at all the damage, and now we're in the midst of the pickup and the cleanup. Now, thankfully, we didn't have any damage to the house except with the exception of the flooding downstairs, but there was a lot of damage in the back. So it's so weird how tornadoes run through things. I had a poplar tree, old poplar tree, and it ripped the middle of the poplar tree out. But then sitting maybe 50 feet away was an old trellis, like kind of a weak trellis, and it left it totally alone. Like you could push the thing over and it just kind of falls over, but it left the trellis alone, but took the middle of my tree out. This is the first of it. We had 4 to 6 tornadoes rip through Matthews, and evidently we were kind of in the path of it. So we were lucky that, we didn't have any kind of other damage to the house. But the backyard's a mess. No electricity for 3 days. Dealing with insurance adjusters and claims people, and it's been a mess, y'all. So anyway, that's the reason that I didn't get a YouTube video up. Right now, our neighbor's yard, they've got, it looks like a bunch of church people that are over there, taking down branches and pulling out branches and cutting them up and putting them to the side of the road. She had roof damage, and then the people down the street, I'll show you a picture of it. There's a big tree in the middle of this front yard, big tree. I mean, probably 2.5 feet in diameter, and it ripped the middle of the tree out and slammed it into the building. And so I'll show you a picture, but there is a gaping hole inside that building, and that's maybe 3 doors down from where I was. I also want to give a shout out to all the teachers out there. My kids were in the middle of this tornado, and I teach my husband. Husband teaches my children are in school, in elementary school, and the tornadoes were happening right around where my kids go to school. Now, at the time, I didn't realize that that's how close the tornadoes were, because I work kind of in uptown, and we were having bad weather up in that area, but I didn't see tornadoes right where we were. But the tornadoes were hopping around my children in their elementary school. They were down on lockdown, down in a lockdown procedure and down with their heads down, all of that. And there were tornadoes like within feet of the school. So I was so happy I didn't realize that at the time, a week ago Thursday. So I want you guys to know that teachers work so hard, and the people that I work with at my school, the people that are at my children's school, I have to say, guys, they kept them safe and comfortable and unworried, and they really go out of their way to make sure the children are safe. And if you've not had that experience, I'm sorry from the depths of my heart, as a teacher, that you've not had that experience. But the experiences that I had with my personal children and the people that I personally work with is that we love children, and we will do anything to keep them safe. And they did that during this tornadoes. So anyway, I do make soap on this channel on a regular basis. I've got 95 other videos at this point in time that show you how to make soap and bath fizzies and all kinds of stuff. I usually don't run videos like this, but here it is. If you like what you see, please subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below, and thank you for watching. Bye.